a guy. We know him as respectful and not a sore loser, that type of guy. But he had some comments to say about Ugas recent. I think earlier today or yesterday, saying that he should have won that fight. Ugas is the easiest opponent that he's ever faced, and he kind of wants to run the fight back. Almost embarrassed with the fact that he lost to a guy like Ugas. And I just want your take on the fight and on that comment.
For starters, I've known Ugas about 6-7 years now, and man, we bumped into each other like 3-4 years ago, and I was saying, I'm like, man, you're gonna be a world champion, just because his pedigree, amateur-wise, wasn't like a lot of the other Cubans, but just like fighting pound for pound, getting in there and just brawling it up with guys and staying very safe. This guy's one of the best in the business, period. So when that fight got announced, I was, man, ecstatic. I knew it was gonna be a tough, amazing fight, but it showed Ugas is just bigger, harder hitter, and does a lot of damage. Manny had numerous moments in the fights, had many spots in the fights, but the overall ring generalship and consistency of the fight and the harder shots were obviously Ugas, Right. I know Manny threw more punches and stuff like that, but I just didn't see him dent Ugas ever. He might have caught a couple good ones in there, but I saw the difference in power every time Ugas touched him. He might be just too big, too strong. I don't know.
You think Manny, because he's a legend, he can get away with a comment like that, or you think he's going to have to prove that with a rematch?
Man, Ugas is my countryman, but one of my favorite all-time fighters of life is Manny Pacquiao. I love everything about this guy. Since he took the Ugas fight, it just made me even respect him more. Not too many people know Ugas. We know Ugas, but the rest of the world doesn't. Right. I don't think he even had to take that fight, Right. But he's such a fighter, such a competitor, and I think that's what we're seeing come out of him, is that he saw that he lost the fight maybe and wants to run it back. Manny's great, but it's also like an age thing. He's not the same Manny as he was 3-4 years ago. So I don't see the outcome changing. I think Manny's one of the greatest fighters to ever do it. He could do anything possibly, but I would go on Ugas with the rematch as well.
No doubt.
Especially right now.